Well, we got the first look at the basketball rivalry. Knicks Nets, we'll get into that as we've learned again. I keep getting reminded that Julius Randle's not a star. And I don't know how many more times you have to see Julius Randle with the ball in his hands down the stretch to know that he's not the guy that's going to lead us to the promised land. Plus, the referees allegedly telling Julius Randle why he's not getting calls. We'll get into that. Max Scherzer had a Zoom call earlier today, so he's now officially a New York Met. And the New York Yankees still haven't signed anybody. Who's the Giants' starting quarterback on Sunday? And are the Jets still in the NFL? Good afternoon, Evan. How are you today, Ken?
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm fine, Evan. I'm just fine.
You don't seem fine. What's wrong?
Because I'm sick and tired of it.
Of what?
I'm sick and tired of watching it game after game after game.
What?
We got to trade Julius Randle.
Julius played great last night.
Julius played great
for the most part of last night.
You had the jackass on Twitter telling me,
well,
Julius Randle did a great job last night.
Well, your tweets were off last night. First,
no,
you're
my
killing
tweets were not off. My tweets were on the money.
Right. First of all, you're saying Julius was, I don't know, awful.
Yeah,
he's the only
job.
reason. He's the only reason you were in the game. He outplayed KD most of the night. And number two, the James Harden non-travel.
I don't want to get into it.
Wasn't a travel.
Yeah,
it was a jump stop.
Yeah, in the NBA, you're allowed to catch the ball, then jump like you're on a playground, not shoot or pass, and that's not a walk.
If you land both feet at the same time, it's called it. Well, you don't want to argue it because you're going to lose.
No, it's not,
it's a jump stop.
It's not why they lost the game. The referees sucked. You want to say they got that one right? I don't care.
They missed a KD double dribble earlier in the game. If that makes you feel better.
The refs suck. You have double the amount of free throws. The refs allegedly told Julius Randle the reason we're not calling fouls against, when you get fouled is because you're so big and strong you can handle it. If that was said, and I have no reason to believe that Julius Randle is lying to me, if a referee did say that, as Julius Randle has publicly accused the referee of telling him that, then there's no reason to play NBA games. That referee should be fired.
I agree with
whomever that referee
I think
is.
the biggest
and that is not, and I hate using this word because I'm an adult.
What?
Fair. If a guy gets fouled, and I'll give you a great example of this, Mitchell Robinson committed a foul at the end of the game last night.
Yes, he did.
Anybody that watched it doesn't think he hits him across the arm. You're not watching
you know what the
game.
argument's going to be, Craig? The argument's going to be, he fouled him, but with 2 seconds to go.
I don't agree with that.
No, I agree with you.
I
want to give you the other side.
Yeah, the other side's stupid. I'm sorry.
Okay.
And I'm a diehard Knicks fan. It's my favorite team of all the teams I root for.
I respect
and I'm watching that game. I will tell you that was a good call.
It was a bad
foul.
It was a bad play by Mitch. I mean, that's really the biggest takeaway. Mitch has to put his arms up and not foul him the way he did.
Straight up. I don't think that what Johnson was going to make the play. But go straight up.
Yes.
He slapped him across the arm.
If I'm a Knicks fan,
it's an easy call.
I'm pissed at Mitch for that play. But here's where you're totally right, because let's have a mea culpa on this. If that official actually said those words to Julius Randle, and I think the NBA's got to look into it.
They have to, because it creates an unfair playing
field. It encourages flopping. If that's the reason Julius isn't getting calls, then that's why players flop. Because they have to show they're not that big and strong, and they're flying all over the place. So I don't know if an official said that to Julius, but Julius put the accusation out there.
And I don't want to accuse him of lying. Listen, I'm pissed at Julius Randle for two particular things in last night's game. Number one, taking that left corner three with a full shot clock.
It was not a full shot clock. 14
seconds.
6.
No, it was not 6.
It was 6.
No, it was not.
I have a picture of it. You want me to show it to you?
Take a picture.
Okay.
Taking that left corner three pisses me off. And number two, getting the technical foul in the moment of the game in which you got the technical foul.
But hold on. Can I actually
What are we doing? Grow the F up.
Why did he get a technical foul?
I don't know why.
Well, isn't that a fair thing to ask? See, I'm going to defend the Knicks for a second. Why with a minute and a half to go on a play in which I thought the Knicks got lucky? I thought Julius fouled Kevin Durant. Not bitching about it, just giving an opinion. Why, when Kevin Durant was probably arguing, hey, I texted you the picture so you can confirm it. Why on a play like that would Julius get a T? What could he possibly have said when he got a break by there not being a whistle that would cause the official with a minute and a half to go? I got to be fair with you. That pisses me off. You don't call T's. I hate technicals to begin with. I certainly hate them when they can decide a game late.
And it did. It helped decide the game.
Yes. Clearly. And so I wouldn't, again, you're a Knicks fan. You can be angry at whoever you want. So I apologize for telling you who to be pissed at. I'd be more pissed at the official for calling the T than what Julius could potentially have said with a minute and a half to go to warrant that. What could he possibly have said, Craig, that warranted a T on a play in which he committed the foul and it wasn't called?
And I don't like this crap about your moral victories. No, we lost the game. We're a 500 basketball team. Listen, can they compete? Oh, great. We competed with a better team, best team in the East. Oh, goody, 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 goody. No, it's a game we had a chance to win and we lost. And that's all I care about. We lost the game. We had a chance to win. Now, the side story of this game last night, because it was entertaining as all hell, and it was a couple hours of just fun. It was good to have a competitive game.
It was not fun.
Yeah, well, you won the game. Don't give me that crap.
No, it was a moral loss.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
They didn't win by 40, therefore it wasn't fun.
I walked out of Barclays Center, and there was a Knicks fan who I met, loved the show, and he'll tell you if he calls in. I said to the kid, I feel dirty. I feel so disgusting after this.
Because the refs gave you a W?
Had nothing to do with the refs. It's the way my team played. Because my team is the worst 15-6 team ever.
You have to stop with that.
I'm sorry.
You're not going to win that.
Moral victory? Moral loss.
No, stop. Please stop. Don't do that.
That's how I felt.
You can't be that guy.
I walked out of that building I'm glad we won. I'm glad we got the W.
Yeah.
Keith did a great job. He made me feel good after the show. After the game, Keith McPherson, he was more rah-rah than me. We're very different, and I respect it. But I felt like, boy, this team's got a lot of flaws.
Yeah,
boy,
it does.
Yeah,
it does.
Okay.
But you won the game.
Great.
Like, if I won by a point, I'm coming in here dancing.
Craig, no offense.
Knowing that I got flaws.
Craig, did I dance today?
Right? No, you actually put out a tweet, let's shut our mouths, just move on.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you've been consistent on that.
You respect that?
Yes.
Thank you.
Because I didn't want to argue with you all day today and fight with you because I'm pissed off. Because I'm pissed about Julius Randle. And I'm going to take it out on you, and I don't want to.
Julius played well last night.
I hate that rhetoric.
The corner three was with 5 on the clock. Did you get my text?
6, yeah.
All right, and it was an open look.
Yeah.
So,
I'm
so
sorry.
You're complaining about that. He took it to the basket.
Yeah.
Like, what is your last night? I'm not talking about his season.
Yeah.
That's different. And if your point is he's not a number one guy on a title team.
He's not.
I agree with you. I'm talking about last night. The reason you were in that basketball game, he defended Durant at a high level.
Not in the fourth quarter. Durant had 11 fourth quarter points.
Finally made shots late in this game.
Yeah, okay, when the game's on the line, Kevin Durant was the best player on the court.
Kevin Durant's a great player.
Agreed.
Do you think Julius Randle's defense was lackluster last night?
I don't think Julius Randle is a star player that's going to lead me to a title.
That's not what I'm saying. You're changing the discussion.
No, I'm telling you, that's why I'm pissed. Because last night, to me, missing the 3, getting the technical foul, again, the only saving grace for me is if he's not lying, and I'm not accusing him of lying, so I'm going to take what he said as the gospel because he said it. If he's not getting calls because refs think that he's too big and strong to worry about it, maybe my opinion changes. I don't know. But I have a real problem with it.
Well, when did you think Julius Randle was good enough to lead you to a championship?
I never did.
So then why are you pissed about it today?
Because everyone else thinks he is.
Everyone
else guffaws over Julius Randle.
Who thinks that, Craig?
A lot of Knicks fans.
They can't possibly think that.
Shockingly, Evan, they do. There's a lot of Knicks fans that think he's going to be the leader to the promised land. So you and I are in lockstep with that.
We are. I'm just giving him credit for a hell of a game last night. That's all I'm doing.
Julius Randle's a very good player. He's not a rock star. And last night, again, proved it because here you saw a rock star last night. You saw Kevin Durant over the last 5 minutes or so of the game take over. 11 points in the fourth quarter. The entire offense, rightfully so, essentially ran through him. Harden had the great first half, obviously, coming back off the terrible performance, at least scoring-wise and turnover-wise against Phoenix. And you saw a rock star last night. I don't have that on my team.
You can't compare Julius to Kevin Durant. It's the most unfair thing you can do.
I agree 100%.
But you're doing it.
That's what I want.
Well, you don't have him. I mean, I don't want to be a jerk about it.
No,
Kevin Durant's not on the team.
I agree.
Okay.
So, again, we're in agreement.
We are.
Meanwhile.
You know what bothered me a little bit?
Go ahead.
I found it surprising, because I did read your tweets last night. Forget the travel stuff, because it's not worth arguing. I was surprised that your takeaway from last night was to rip Julius. And that's what just surprised me.
Yeah.
Like, overall, yes, we agree. He's not a rock star. He's not a lead guy. He's not Kevin Durant. Okay. But last night, he was your best player.
He didn't do what he had to do to win the game. Sorry. He didn't. And part of it's the missed 3 in the corner, wide open.
Missed fadeaway.
And part
that
of it
rimmed out.
And part of it is the tech. Because you got, and again, I don't know what he said, Evan. So, you told me if he comes out and goes, look, I didn't even say anything. I don't know what was said, but he didn't argue getting the tech, and he threw a bleep fit at every referee for the last couple minutes of the game and after the game.
No,
so I'm going to assume that he did something stupid
fair enough.
and got the tech. I don't know what it was. None of us do.
All right.
That to me is a problem. You know, we fought back after the terrible start to the second half, went on a run, great fourth quarter back and forth, and then he pulls a boneheaded play that costs us a W. Sorry, not sorry.
All right.
Sorry, not sorry.
Right.
So we got that for you today. Listen, I know the games last night, so we're kind of moving on from it a little bit, but I thought it was important for the only real Knicks fan in this radio station to comment on it. Because I hear this morning, well, we competed. It was a more shut up. Moral victories are for children in grade school.
I agree with you.
They're not for professionals.
My view on the moral loss makes a hell of a lot more sense than the moral victory.
That makes even less sense.
No, in all seriousness, I'm glad they won, and here's where we'll agree on this. I just see a team with problems, and I see a team that right now can't win an NBA championship unless a certain person gets a certain needle in his certain arm.
Now, I'll tell you something else that doesn't make any sense. I'm trying to figure this out. I watched the Giant Eagle game like you did.
Yes.
It was not great, obviously. The Giants only scored 13 points, but 13 was enough to win. So all good. The New York Giants have a pulse still when it comes to an NFC wildcard opportunity. Yesterday, the Giants came out and announced that Danny Jones had some type of neck injury that occurred during the game against the Eagles.
Yes.
I watched the entire game.
Yes.
At no point was there any play that I said, wow, he's hurt. They never referenced it on the broadcast. And at no point did I see, maybe I missed it, I don't think I did, Danny Jones inside the blue tent.
No.
Right.
No.
So I'm trying to figure out in my head, well, when did he get hurt? And we left the air yesterday, and the story was the New York Giants have signed, what's his name,
Jake
right
Fromm.
off the Bills practice squad.
Yep.
He's the backup.
Mike Glennon
and it
may
looks
start.
like Mike Glennon's going to be your starting quarterback.
Well, not quite yet because Jones practiced.
No, this was
today.
yesterday.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah,
yes.
in a must-win game against the Miami Dolphins.
Right.
I come into work today, Danny Jones practiced. Something's not right with that. I can't figure it out.
Well, I went back.
And I'm happy he practiced because you have to win on Sunday.
Yes. Oh, no doubt. Last night I couldn't sleep for a myriad of reasons, and you may notice that throughout the show today. Not that I'm going to pass out, but I may be agitable. I have no idea. Is that even a word? So I went back and watched the Giant game.
Agita.
No, not agita. Agitable? Irritable
or agitated.
Irritable bowel syndrome. IBS.
Yes, very much so. So I went back and watched the Giant game. I'm not even kidding you. You think I am. The second play of the game, they ran an option for Daniel Jones.
Right.
If you watch the replay of it, 3 Eagles converged on him. He tries to slide, and his neck bends awkwardly. Now, I think that's where he got hurt. But to your point, Craig, there's no sign of it.
Right.
Like, they still ran option plays. Remember the keeper on 4th and 1 on the second drive? You never saw Daniel in the medical tent. You never really saw signs that he was hurt. But that was the one play where you looked at the tackle, and it was quick, because it's not mentioned on the broadcast, where you say, that was awkward. Like, the way he went down, the hit he took, like, okay,
But you don't
I can
see him being
it.
massaged. You don't see him doing, like, the neck exercise. There's no word from the sideline report, oh, he got a shot at Toradol or anything like that. He wasn't on the injury report after the game, immediately after the game.
Joe Judge didn't know, dude. Joe Judge admitted, I didn't find out about the injury till Monday. So on Sunday, when they're playing this game,
right?
I don't know if anyone knew outside of Daniel Jones.
But like you said, he ran the ball after that. He threw the ball after that.
I don't think he told anyone.
And had no problem.
Craig, I don't think he told anyone.
And what do you think? He woke up yesterday stiff?
My guess, and there's no definite answer to this, is that he probably felt it during the game. Didn't say anything because he doesn't want to come out of the game.
Right.
He even said today, it's my obligation to play. So you're talking about a guy who's got the mindset of,
love that.
I got to play. No, it's fantastic.
Yep.
I got to play. So my guess is he didn't say anything. And so, yeah, on Monday, you're going to be honest, maybe a little bit more honest with your coaching staff. Hey, my neck's a little bit sore. And that's what's created this, whoa, he's got a sore neck. Is it serious? Is his year done? Is he going to play on Sunday? But to your point, there wasn't anything noticeable that affected him during the game, just that awkward hit on the second play of the game.
He did say, I'm feeling good. I'm getting better every day. I'm going through the week preparing to play. And isn't it funny? now that you're kind of back alive and have a little pulse for the wild card, how Giant fans, not all of you, but a lot of you have gone from, he's not a franchise quarterback, he's this, he's that, he sucks, we need a guy, go get me Russell Wilson, to, oh my God, I hope Daniel Jones is healthy to play. I don't want to see Mike Glennon.
Yeah, because he's better than Mike Glennon.
Isn't it interesting? The sands of the hourglass, so go the days of our lives, Evan. All of a sudden, Giant fans desperate for a healthy Daniel Jones.
Have you seen Mike Glennon?
Yes.
That's what that's about.
Yeah.
I don't think it's Giant fans having an epiphany that Daniel Epiphany.
Epiphany.
I told you I didn't get sleep last night, bro.
Epiphany.
An hour and a half.
Yeah.
I rewatched the Knick Net game. I rewatched the Giant game. I watched YouTube videos of God knows what. I may mess up some words today, bro.
Epiphany.
Epiphany.
Well, how do you think this for your wife, breastfeeding and taking care of children? You think she feels bad for you?
No.
Wow. I only got 2 hours of sleep because I went to the Net-Nick game.
I know.
I rewatched the Net-Nick game.
I know.
I rewatched the Giant Eagle game. I got caught in a YouTube hole, and I watched a couple old SmackDowns.
And the worst part is, I drop my kid off at the bus, and afterwards I come back to the house. I say to my wife, I'm going to go take a nap. And she's like, okay. I come back down after 30 minutes, and she looks at me and says, you know something? I'm a good wife. Let you go to Knicks Nets.
Yeah.
Can you get through this? Oh, you're tired. And she was so right. She was right.
Well, don't you do commercials for 5 Hour Energy? Start chugging them, buddy.
Chugging them.
877-33.
I love you, honey. You're the best wife ever.
Wow.
No, she is.
Here we go.
I love her.
Well, son was in the doghouse. 877-337-6666. We'll get all your calls. You're a diehard Giant fan, desperate for Daniel Jones to play this Sunday. You're a Knick or Net fan from last night. Billy Epler's going to swing by and say hello a little bit later on in today's program. And we may have some other surprise guests as well. You never know what's going to happen in the afternoon here on The Fan.